Today we're going to take a look at Dante's Peak 1997 on 4K Ultra HD for the first time. In this review, I'm going to compare Dante's Peak 4K to the Blu-ray that came out in 2011. So which version of Dante's Peak would you like to add to your collection? We're breaking it all down and then answering the question, should you upgrade? All right, guys, so let's get right into video quality. The 2011 Blu-ray, fantastic looking. I think it still holds up after all these years, this Blu-ray. First thing off the bat, when it comes to grains, is very moderate and is consistent throughout the entire movie. So that's actually a plus. It's not a fluctuation between heavy grains and then it just goes in and out. Actually, throughout the entire movie, you get to see some grains on the screen. So actually, it's very consistent. When it comes to the color and vibrancy, well, this movie's not very heavy and vibrant in terms of color, but you do get to see it in a lot of the scenes, very nature scenes where it's very green. You get to see a little bit popping, a little bit saturation there, a little bit of the red hues are a little popping in this movie. So you're getting a little bit of popping in terms of some colors in Dante's Peak, but it's not super dark. When you compare it to the 4K, you're gonna notice that the Blu-ray, the 4K is more brighter than the Blu-ray. Weird to say, but it's actually true. But I do like the contrast of this Blu-ray a little bit more than the 4K, which is really weird to say. But yeah, all in all, this Blu-ray is actually still holds up and it's really good looking. It's a fantastic looking Blu-ray. When it comes to the 4K, I think it's a good looking 4K. I don't think it's like amazing looking or fantastic looking. And this is how I compared it. Remember when The Good, the Bad, the Ugly came out? Kino Lorber came out with their version. Arrow Video did their version. That's where I got vibes of. I feel like in another hands of another company, I think Dante's Peak will look really good. Right now, Kino Lorber's version, I personally believe it looks like an enhanced Blu-ray. I don't think it looks 4K, like 4 times the resolution style of 4K that you notice. You are going to notice certain things off the bat. You're going to notice color grading. Color grading is throughout the entire film, but at the end of the day, I kind of prefer the way the Blu-ray looks compared to the choices that they did with the color grading here on the 4K. And I know a lot of people are going to leave comments going, this is the version that you seen in the theater. This is the version you got on VHS. This is the version that is supposed to look like. Whatever it is, I kind of like the color hues of the Blu-ray. I think the contrast on the Blu-ray looks a little bit more stronger than the 4K. While yes, the 4K looks more sharper, a little bit more detailed, but at the end of everything, I just think it's an enhanced Blu-ray of Dante's Peak. Honestly, we could even break it down even more if you want when it comes to the color grading or even the color hues. When you look at the greens, they kind of look similar. Like on it doesn't look super enhanced. When I compare everything, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I can kind of see what you mean. The only difference you're gonna notice is the sharpness and the color grading. Other than that, I kind of feel like the Blu-ray in this department looks way better than the Kino Lorber 4K. And that's what I mean, where I think in another hands of another company, because this is a 4K scan. This is not a restoration of Dante's Peak. So I think if Arrow Video did their version of Dante's Peak, I think we would get a way better looking, more contrasty, the black levels more popping out in certain scenes than the Kino Lorber. When it comes to the lava's are totally different colors here. Yes, it looks more natural in the Kino Lorber due to the color grading. The Blu-ray also is totally different. The contrast of it on the 4K does look superior over the Blu-ray, but at the end of the day, I just personally feel like this is an enhanced Blu-ray version of Dante's Peak. I don't think this is like a wow factor in terms of the 4K. But with that said, let's check out the comparisons of the 2011 Blu-ray versus the 2026 Dante's Peak from Kino Lorber. Enjoy. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is Dante's Peak 4K versus the Blu-ray. Leave a comment down below and let me know which one you think looks best, but let's get right into audio quality. All right, guys, when it comes to audio quality, the 2011 Blu-ray comes with DTS HD Mastered Audio 5.1. Now, the 4K comes with two mixes of the film. You got Dolby Atmos, and then, of course, you got the DTS HD Mastered Audio 5.1, which I think that's the same one as the Blu-ray. When it comes to the Dolby Atmos, it sounds fantastic. It sounds amazing. Explosion sounds great. The dialogue is well balanced due to music, ambient noises. Like, everything on the 4K actually on the Atmos mix track, it sounds great. I think it sounds fantastic for those of you out there that has the capability to produce Dolby Atmos sound. If not, you got the DTS HD Mastered Audio 5.1 in case you guys do not have a Dolby Atmos. But with that said, let's get right into menus and special features. All right, guys, when it comes to menus and special features, the 2011 Blu-ray comes with 7 special features. Now, before I talk about the 4K special features from Kino Lorber, I would like to say the menu kind of stinks for Dante's Peak. Honestly, it's not great at all. They shouldn't have some type of clips playing in the background. For some reason, it's still wallpaper and then your selections. Other than that, that's all you're getting is a generic Dante's Peak wallpaper, Linda Hamilton, Pierce Brosnan. And so you have that there. Other than that, it's just lackluster, but it doesn't come with special features. If you see the photo of the menu, you're not gonna see special features. The special features are only on the Blu-ray that comes with the Kino Lorber. So again, you're gonna get some special features on the Blu-ray, but nothing in the 4K, so that kind of sucks. But with that said, let's get right into final verdict. All right, guys, when it comes to the final verdict, should you upgrade for Dante's Peak 2026? Honestly, it's gonna come down to if you have this in your collection. If you don't have the Blu-ray or the DVD, or if you do have the DVD and you really wanna upgrade, then upgrade. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not see the reason to upgrade from the Blu-ray to the 4K unless you want the Dolby Atmos soundtrack, unless you want it a little bit more sharper, or if you want the color grading. Other than that, honestly, I think this Blu-ray still holds up. It still looks fantastic. I think in another hands of another company, I think Dante's Peak is still potential to look the best as it could. But for right now, Kino Lorber got the shot of it first. And I just think for me, it's just an enhanced looking Blu-ray, just me. But there you guys have it. What do you think of Dante's Peak from 1997 on 4K? Which version would you like to add to your collection? Leave a comment down below. And remember to like, share, and subscribe for all things Geeks and Flix. Be awesome to each other and keep collecting.